We are getting ready to roll on out. Currently, we are in Rogerville, Missouri. We are heading down the road. And I want to invite each and every one of you to ride along. Come ride with Lady Justice Liberty Press, LadyJ1A. Hey, hey, hey. Currently, I'm trying to get my stuff together so we can get back on the road. I need to find another seat.
Exit the parking lot.
I will be exiting the parking lot just momentarily. Is this a C2C? This, I think, is not a C2C parking lot. Plug that in. Plug that in because it's not a C2C. Okay. I do currently need to get some more cords for sure.
I'll stay back a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
See, if you lived in Rogersville, you'd already be home.
Well, who says I'm not already home?
Yeah. You're always at home. Yeah.
Truly. Except for when I'm at the store.
What's that?
Except for when I'm at the store.
Yeah. It's odd the way the world's transforming. But a woman down here had no business, but she bought an old mobile home park. And it's been a nasty park. Well, then she bought it with all these big ideas. And I told the old owner, I said, yeah, you never would have thought it could have gotten worse.
Oh, no.
You know, but her ideas was start putting RV pads in and let people come in. Because she could fill that in a heartbeat. But she didn't get rid of the garbage and the cockroaches and everything else. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So she didn't think it out very well. But it's the way things are getting, more and more people are staying smaller.
Yeah.
One of her people that was living in one of the mobile homes you shouldn't be living in, it was 3 grown-ups, and they're different. But now I just seen they're in like an 8x12 shed that they bought new and put in one of her spaces. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Now, down in Florida, I had a big old red truck that was all converted inside, you know. And all the people that were living in the bushes and the cars and everything else, I was the one they always came to because I had an alarm clock and the police didn't bother me.
Yep.
Good looking dog.
Thank you. She's my buddy.
Yeah, I got lab, a black pointer,
Uh-huh.
and then I just inherited a German Shepherd. So now it's just me and the German Shepherd that go for the ride. But then all of us get the house, the yard, and now the shop, because I'm almost done with the shop. But then at nighttime, me and the German Shepherd go across the driveway to the living quarters over there because there's AC.
Well, that's the smart place to be.
But the other two get the house with the fan and the shop with the fan and the whole yard. Yeah.
There you go. That seems fair to me.
Yeah. You take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, guys. That was just someone that wanted to come over and chit chat. You know, we don't tell anybody we can't chat with them. I do apologize though for setting you guys off on hold. Hey, hey, hey. We've got Jason Bender in the house. Hello, hello. Fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. Currently, I am in Rogerville, Missouri. We are heading south, so to speak, if you will. And we're having a great time getting there. Wherever we're getting, we're having a fabulous time. And I want to invite each and every one of you to climb aboard and hang out for the ride. At least for a bit, you know. We'll chit chat, we'll get some ideas from each other, we'll let each other know where we're going, what we're doing for the day. As you guys may or may not be aware, Lady Justice Liberty Press just left Lucky Laptop. I've been over there with an extended stay, so to speak, if you will, with Lucky Laptop. And I've had nothing but fabulous times over there. Oh boy. I am going to have to get some power for sure. I may have to go in and buy a cord. I don't know. To find a C2C. Oh, here's a C2C, I believe. Let's see if it works. Anyway, I want to know how y'all doing. We've got Polar Bear on board. Hey, 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 Polar Bear. Thank you for climbing aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. Please, let's do some housekeeping. Don't forget to smash that like button. Tickle that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do hit that bell icon so you will be notified each and every time Lady Justice Liberty Press goes live, uploads a new video or short for your viewing pleasures. Hey, hey, hey. Well, it looks like, now I know this cord that I'm messing with works, but I can't say for sure 100 if there we go. We've got it. So now I've got to let my phone charge for a minute, my second phone. Yeah. So, how was everybody's weekend out there so far? How was everybody's weekend so far? Today's Saturday, August 1st. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Gotta say rabbit. Don't forget to say rabbit. It's the 1st of August. Yepper. Well, oh, what are we looking at right now? We are looking at an SUV. I am actually at the Maverick where I just stopped to get coffee. And we are heading out of town is what we're doing. I am on my way to Texas. There, the cat is out of the bag. on my way to Texas. Gonna go see my brother Roadkill down there. Haven't seen him in a few years since his motorcycle accident, or before his motorcycle accident, right before. And his motorcycle accident's going on 5 years now. So I have not seen my brother in just about 5 years, roughly. And so I'm pretty excited to get that chance or opportunity to see my brother again. And again, you know, he does have a TBI, so from his motorcycle accident. So I don't know. I haven't seen him since then, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be walking into 100. We have great conversations over the phone. We do. Anyway, I am trying to get my phone back on. My other phone. Here we go. It is a Motorola, my second phone. So, and it's extremely cheapy phone, so it's so slow. And I apologize in advance for that. Oh, sounds like I'm an awful sister. No, I'm not an awful sister. What happened, his accident was in Boise, Idaho, where we all hail from. Anyway, I'm not a horrible sister. He was actually spent many months going all over the United States after his accident. And oh, may I also let you know, we were both adults when we met each other for the first time. Yes. So am I really truly an awful sister, or did you choose to judge me before you know everything, Josh? Puff. Path. Josh Path, I think is your name. Yeah. So anyway, but that's okay. I forgive you this time. I do. Don't have a problem with that. But sometimes we should know the whole story, or at least a good portion of the story, before we start casting, you know. Anyway, as I was saying, after my brother's accident, he was in a coma for a while, and that's during COVID. And let me remind you, Josh, during COVID, you couldn't just walk into the hospital and go visit your friends or your family like you do before COVID, or even right now since COVID has long and passed. No. They had one person over there in Boise at the Boise Hospital. I can't speak for all hospitals because I wasn't at all hospitals, so I don't know firsthand. But the hospital that I did go to, and since you want to cast me as such a bad sister, our other brother that lives in Twin Falls, and I'll let you do your own research, from Boise, Idaho to Twin Falls, that's a little distance. And I went from Middleton, Idaho, again some more research, so this is how bad of a sister I am. I go from Middleton over to Twin Falls to pick up our brother, and then take him back to Boise so he can see a brother that he hasn't seen in a lot more years than just 5, okay? Anyway, he snuck in and was able, because my brother's wife, hadn't seen my brother right then, okay? Yeah, well, you can think whatever you want to think. That's fine. You know, I don't care. But I know who I am, and you know what, Josh? I'm very comfortable with whom I am. I am. I know who I am. That's why. I know I'm the first person to go help somebody if they need help. You better believe I'm there, ready to go. What do you need? What do you need? Let me know. So I'm not a horrible sister, because I went and got a brother from Twin Falls, brought him over. He saw him, got him back the next day, back to Twin Falls. By the time I got back to the Boise area, his wife was back and wasn't letting anybody in to see him. Yeah. So she had say about that. And then they moved him from one hospital to another for almost a year. Many months. It was almost a year, actually. From one VA to another VA, he'd stay there for 30 to 45 days, get all the therapy and different things that he could do, and then they'd move him to another VA till they actually got him moved, you know, eventually from Boise over to Texas. He's in Texas, which is a long way from Idaho. Again, more research that if you're up to it, if you can handle it, Josh, you can do it. I've got faith in you. Really, I do. Well, guess what? I am on my way to go help someone. Nope, I haven't. No, I'm not blaming it on COVID. I'm blaming it on the circumstances that was going on at the time, Josh. But thank you for your information, or for your attitude. Anyway, but you can fix your attitude by changing your perception, you know. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little bit. Just saying, darling. Just saying. Anyway, I'm getting ready to head on down the road there here in a bit. And getting my other phone started, because that is my GPS. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, spread the word, spreads the love. Hey, hey, hey. That's what Lady J always says. For sure, for sure. Joplin, Missouri. So we got about an hour and a half.
Exit the parking lot.
Riding time.
Turn right toward South Mill Street. Then you'll take your first right onto South Mill Street.
Okay, guys. Josh, I'll let you go ahead and ride with me if you'd like. It might be a little fun roasting each other. I can go for a good roasting. Can you? Little roasting never hurt anybody. Might made them a little hot, if you know what I mean. It never hurt anyone. And I gotta take my wallet out of my pocket. How do you guys do it? I just don't get it. How you can sit on that wallet without it bothering your hip. Yupper. And we are on the road. Hey. Got our coffee, our Java juice.
Turn right toward Dempsey Drive. Then immediately turn left toward Dempsey Drive. Turn left toward Dempsey Drive. Then you'll turn right onto Dempsey Drive. Turn right onto South Mill Street.
Oh gosh, got my stuff flying around.
In 150 feet, at the traffic circle, take the third exit onto the US 60 West ramp to Springfield.
anyway, I had nothing but a good time over there at Lucky Laptop News's place.
Exit the traffic circle onto the ramp.
I want to shout out Show Me State News. If you're not subscribed to Show Me State, I would ask that you please go over and look at the videos he's got. Check him out. Let him know Lady Justice Liberty Press sent you over. I also would like to shout out CBS News. Now, this CBS News is SEEBS News. Mostly,
Continue on US 60 West for 20 miles.
we mostly have the person that has CBS News has dash cam footages mostly over there on that channel, and there's some really good finds over there. I'm just saying. Then we got Josh Fox News out there in Springfield, in this local area, general area. That's Josh Fox News over there in Springfield. Heading to Texas to my brother's. And you know what? As long as my brother doesn't think of me as an awful sister, I don't know why anybody else would. Other than perhaps they'd like to put people down or run people over because they're awful themselves. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to speak out of turn unless I have to. Oh boy. We had a tornado watch last evening over here in this area that I'm at. Now we're just leaving Rogerville, Missouri. And yes, I know my windshield needs to be cleaned. It does. Inside as well as outside. It really does. It looks like we're going to have a wet and rainy day today by the appearance of the sky out there. Some things that I'm going to be working on while I'm in Texas. I'm going to be trying to work on them as quickly and as fastly as I possibly can. As y'all know, Lady Justice Liberty Press has been going from sea to shining sea since September of 2020. Traveling full time for the most part. That's what I've been doing. I've gotten to meet some lovely people and make some fabulous friends along the way. I really have. And that is so appreciated. I mean, sitting at home in my living room, I would have never had the chance, the opportunity to meet the lovely folks that I've gotten a chance to meet. So, I have no regrets for what I've done with my life since September of 2020 when it comes to meeting people and visiting folks and having great conversations, getting to know others. been a lovely experience I've had the opportunity of having. Yes, Saturday mornings are so peaceful. I appreciate you. 75% to infinity. Hey, hey, hey. I love it. Not too bad while I'm traveling 60 miles an hour down the road. Yes, it's a peaceful morning. A good morning to travel. Oh, excuse me. We do have Liberty Bella on board, traveling with us today. Our YouTube princess, Liberty Bella. She's lovely. And she's such a great traveler. Yes, she is. A great friend. Yes, she is. I did adopt Liberty Bella from the Ozark Pet Rescue over there in West Plains, Missouri. Oh, I would say about 3 or 4 months ago, actually. Miami Beach Audits, Accountability, excuse me, Miami Beach Accountability. Good morning. Good morning. Black circles. Yes, this right here, that is actually my Garmin. Sat on that, and that I do have GPS thing, or not GPS, dash cams, excuse me, and my dash cam set on that. That is, my dash cam is currently in storage. I did put a lot of things of mine at Lucky Laptops. He is storing them for me for a few months while I do what I'm doing. I am in the process of trading in the Constitutional Cruiser. That is what we are going to be working on while we are in Texas. Just so everybody understands. We have actually outgrown the Constitutional Cruiser. It is what the Constitutional Cruiser is, and I'll remind the folks that may have forgotten, or let those that don't know, what the Constitutional Cruiser is a ProMaster 1500 Thor Rise 18T. That is exactly what the Constitutional Cruiser is. 18 feet to live in is not much of a space. So, and I've been saying this for the longest time, I need to get something different, and that is what I'm going to be doing. We're going to figure it out one way or another. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I believe that. Bartering and deals are another way of doing things. And you know, LadyJ1A does believe that there is other ways of doing things. We don't always have to do things the traditional way just because. Let folks use their skills, their talents, their platforms to help pay for their stuff. And I do have the Constitutional Cruiser for a trade-in. So we're going to use the Constitutional Cruiser that we currently have as a trade-in. If you will. is starting to sprinkle a little bit out here. It is. Careful. We did put in a new transmission toward the end of December of last year, 2025. We did put in 3 new batteries in the Constitutional Cruiser. What I would like to start doing more, hey, good morning. Fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. Come ride with us this morning. We are heading toward Joplin, Missouri. We just left Rogerville this morning after getting coffee. This morning, if I do say so myself. We're heading to Texas. It's going to be a process. There are folks that I would love to meet along the way on this trip, on this adventure, if you will, that we're taking. I'm not holding my breath, but I would love to meet Otto the Watchdog again. I did meet him a few years ago out there in Florida. I'd like to meet up with him again at some point. That'd be fabulous. I would love to meet Carolina in Fort Worth. That would be lovely. I would love to meet Carolina in Fort Worth while I'm out there. I would love to meet Keebler. Yes, Keebler, Danger, No Sugarcoating Truth. That would be great. Yeah. See what we can do while we're on this leg of our journey, if you will. It does look like it's going to be kind of a wet, stormy, dreary day out here in this general area in the Midwest today. Sure does. So how's everybody Saturday morning doing? Hey! We got Mile High Community Channel in the house. Hey! How are you rocking in the free world? And have you practiced your raps today? I love it. Yipper. You wish you could get that rain, huh? Well, hey, I hope you do get it. You know, there's a chance you might. Last night we were under a tornado watch. Trust me, you know, for somebody that's never ever been in a tornado, every time I hear those tornado watches go off, those alerts, those different things, sirens, different, whatever, however they do it, it kind of freaks me out on a personal level. It does, because I don't have experiences with tornadoes. Really, I don't. We don't have them in Idaho. Oh, coffee. Yes, you gotta have your coffee, your go-go juice to give you that bang. to do the raps appropriately, right? Hey, you guys, if you don't know Mile High Community Channel, I highly suggest that you go and check out his channel. He does a lot of filming out there in the Denver area, Denver, Colorado. He's out there with Johnny Bravo 303, another fabulous channel for you to go check out. For sure, for sure. Mr. Amazing is also out there. Cop Watch Chronicles, another fabulous channel to go check out. You know, just shouting each other out. That's what we do. You know, helping everybody grow, grow, grow. That's right. Anyway, we are headed toward Texas. That's where we're headed. We are going to Joplin, Missouri. That's the first leg of our journey today, is getting to Joplin. We'll assess our what's going on with the weather and everything once we get to Joplin. We'll see exactly what time it is. We might grab a bite to eat, since all we've had so far is coffee. And we're still doing coffee, actually, right now. But anybody that knows LadyJ1A knows LadyJ does coffee all day. For the most part. I will drink tea once in a while. Maybe occasional Sprite or Dr. Pepper. A Coke maybe occasionally. I don't know. Not really big into sodas, actually, you know, really, for the most part. But I do like my tea. I like my tea softly sweet. Do not order a sweet tea in the South.
In 2 miles, take the exit toward Republic.
Unless you really like your stuff sweet, man. Let me tell you, holy cow. They do like their sweet tea in the South, that's for sure. Plexi. Ah, you think so? About a half mile before we turn off, I guess.
In half a mile, take the exit toward Republic.
Well, we really don't have tornadoes in Idaho. I'm not going to say we never have had tornadoes in Idaho. We just don't get them in Idaho. No, not like Missouri, not like
Take the exit toward Republic.
the Midwest does, out here where I'm currently at. The folks that live out here, they have to deal
Next
with
light, use any
that.
lane to turn left.
that life a lot. Yeah, they have to
Light,
deal.
turn left onto US 60 West.
They have to deal with the aftermaths, and I'll tell you, those aftermaths of tornadoes are really scary. But no, for the most part, I lived in Idaho my entire life. We have dust devils over there in Idaho. That's what we have, dust devils. for the most part. You'll see those all the time. And yes, everywhere has dust devils. I would agree with you for that. Devastated your town in Indiana? Well, I am so sorry. Yes, the Midwest, that whole row all up and down the Midwest has to deal with weird weather, if you don't mind me saying such. And it's weird to me because I don't have a lot of experience dealing with tornadoes or the aftermath of tornadoes, the cleanup, you know. I really don't. So it does freak me out a little bit when I hear those alarms go off, or I see the warnings go out there or whatever. It's because where do you go? Especially when you are in a vehicle, you know. Now, earlier this year, Liberty Bella and I, when we were in Springfield a couple of months ago, we actually went inside of a hospital. My dog and I, we went inside of a hospital. There was a warning, an alarm, an actual alarm I heard. And those things pierce through your ears, they pierce through your blood, in your veins. I mean, it's daunting. It's very scary. Again, those alarms are made to be that way, I guess, but Liberty Bella and I went inside of a hospital and sat for about an hour and a half or so until the threat was passed. We've also gone inside of a fire department, Liberty Bella and I, whenever we've heard these tornado warnings or alarms go off. Yeah, so I'm going to find safety, but it's very hard to know exactly where that safety is when you're in a vehicle. You know, you don't have a roof over your head, you don't have a basement or, you know, some kind of root cellar or something to dive into, you know. St. John's, Indiana. Well, I'm going to have to look that up. I promise you, I will go back and find your channel and I will look it up. I will. Under duress, 5761. Hey. Get out there and check it out and see what you had to live through. You know, it's scary. And then the cleanup after something like a tornado. Holy cow. Sometimes it takes weeks to get everything cleaned up and put back, and if you've got to rebuild, that could take months, really, realistically, honestly. And, you know, somebody like myself that does not have a lot of experiences with tornadoes, you own your piece of property, well, so you rebuild in the same place that was just hit, and sometimes you might have to rebuild several times in your lifetime. Boy, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. I think I'd want to sell my place and find a different place that hadn't been hit yet. Avenue. Not going there. I'm not sure, but I almost want to say I think this is part of Springfield. Andy's. I want to go try Andy's frozen custard sometime. Every time I go by there at Andy's, it seems like they're closed. Or I'm doing something else, you know. If they're open and I go by, I'm busy doing something else. So, but I do want to try their frozen custard at some point.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto State Highway 174 West.
174 West. Hey, hey, hey.
At the light, turn right onto State Highway 174 West.
Oh, that's fabulous. One of your first videos you were doing 1A, thinking about 1A auditors. Well, honestly, what I would say to you is know your rights, understand your rights. If you don't know that you have something, it can so very easily be taken from you. And you not even know it, and you not even understand what has happened. And I think that's what's going on for the most part over here in America. They're trying to slowly take away our rights. They're creeping in. You know, kind of like the goofy neighbor that always wants to build right on the property line, or just as close to the property line as he possibly can. Yeah, that's what they're doing, and it's up to us to know what our rights are. And so I highly encourage everyone, know your rights. Go to your local town hall meetings, you know, take part. Yes, you're right. Our so-called rights are really privileges. They're privileges. I can see where you could say that. I can understand that. But with privileges, do you not have to ask for permission for a privilege? Can you answer me that? If something's a privilege, do you need to ask permission? Perhaps. Because it's a privilege. But see, a right, it makes it it solidifies it a little harder, a little deeper. It's got a little bit more of a modifier on it, you know, when you say rights, because it's definite. It's definite. I have freedom of speech, and along with my freedom of speech, I also have the freedom to be private if I so want to. If I do not decline my rights and I want to keep them whole and intact, you know, you just can't participate in public if you want to be private, truly private. I'm about as public can be, for sure. I'm out here all over social media as a public personality of sorts, I guess. That's what I've been called by others. I put just about everything I do online, just about. So that's about as public as you can be. Yep. We are traveling the countryside today, it looks like. That's all right. We've got nothing but time. Hey, Keebler. Fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. They are still rights. The people just allowed government to make it a privilege. So how we must pay for them. So now we must pay for them. You know, that is so correct. Like travel. We have the right to travel, but then we go and actually give our vehicle, sign it over to our state, our counties, you know, so we get our license and our tags and registrations and such. That's a state thing. So yeah, we sign our hard-earned stuff over to our state in which we want to reside, just to ask for the privilege to drive on the streets that our tax dollars also pay for. Yeah. Thank you for climbing aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press, Keebler. I am headed toward Texas, that is for sure, and I'm making the most of it. I don't have to be anywhere at any particular time right now, so I'm enjoying my my journeys, my adventure, if you would. And I also have Liberty Bella traveling with me. She came with, of course. Right now, I am in the process of putting together a team, if you will. When I get this, it is my hopes, okay? Well, this is what I'm doing. I'll be trading off the Constitutional Cruiser, and we will be renaming or naming the vessel that we end up with. It may take 2 or 3 shows, to be honest with you, to actually get that new vessel named, to introduce that new vessel to y'all. But I want to, we will be wrapping the new vessel, and whomever is on board, I'm going to be trying to get their, you know, who sponsors. They'll have a spot on the new reader board, if you will, the new newsroom 2.0. That's just what I will call it right now, kind of generically, if you will. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply under duress. Yes, I get it. That's what makes them privileges, because of those terms and those conditions. That's what makes them privileges. Otherwise, there would be rights. If those terms and conditions and all the hoops and loops that you got to jump through, and all the permissions asked to be granted, if you didn't have to do all that, they're rights. But since we now have to be doing all that or whatever, I can see where it can turn into privilege. Because it's a privilege to drive lawfully. If you want a license, driver's license, it's a privilege. There's certain things you have to do in order to maintain your license, in order to lawfully drive with a license. I really do get it. Lawrence County is the county we've just entered into. Lawrence County. Anyway, I do want to start having more shows, start hosting more shows, more panels, more lives. Absolutely. And it is my hope by doing that, I'll have the space to actually sit and create the electrical to keep my things charged a lot easier. The Constitutional Cruiser has 72,247 miles on it right now. 72,247 miles. And these are hard miles. Trust me, we've ridden this Constitutional Cruiser hard. From sea to shining sea. More than once. We've been from coast to coast in this Constitutional Cruiser. And I want to say Mr. Amazing actually rode out with me a couple of different times from sea to shining sea. He did. About 4 or 5 times just in the Constitutional Cruiser have I been out from one sea to the next. Drop your thoughts and your opinions, what you'd like this channel to be seen more as. They swear a solemn oath, and then their careers depend on breaking that oath. Do you know that is so true? Sad, but true. Yes. And don't forget officer discretion. You know, I don't think officer discretion should be allowed any more than qualified immunity should be allowed. Quite frankly, I think qualified immunity should go to the wayside and be done away with. And here's why. Over there in Colorado, there are areas of Colorado that they no longer have qualified immunity. The officers don't have qualified immunity. And I'll tell you what, those officers are so much nicer. Their personality is better. They want to have the they want to do their job to the best of their abilities without ending up in the middle of a lawsuit. So yeah, their attitude is totally different. So much better, so much more pleasant. And that is 100% true. And if you come across officers that has that qualified immunity, not all of them, and I want to put this modifier, not all of them, but a vast majority. And just because they don't act all tyrannical this engagement that you have with them, doesn't mean your next engagement you have, they're not going to be different. That's something I have noticed for sure in my journeys, speaking with and talking with different officers. And again, attitude. You have a good positive attitude about things, your outcome's going to be solar flare made Earth fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. We are on here for a moment. I want to encourage everyone to hit that like button, massage that bell icon if you are not subscribed as of yet, and subscribe. Do share the video out there all over social media, jump platforms even, please and thank you. Spread the word, spreads the love. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, what's wrong, Isabella? Bella's getting antsy, it does appear. You went potty this morning, darling. Gotta go again. Do you want to get in the back? You can lay down in the back if you like. Let me take this off of you. Get in the back? Get in the back. Whoa. Bella. She jumped on me. Sorry about that, guys. Holy cow. Oh, she's just going to come over here and lay on my lap. I guess she wants some attention. Oh. My baby wants some loves. She's a good kid. She's a good girl. Yeah.
Left onto the I-44 West ramp to Joplin.
You are making some sense there, I do believe.
Turn left onto the I-44 West ramp, then merge onto I-44 West.
Hold on to your knickers, ladies. and gents.
Continue on I-44 West for 34 miles.
Yes, we will, for 34 miles. Okay. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing that with me. Hey, 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 Keebler. Yes, are we there yet? That's so funny. That's exactly what it's like, too. You know, one thing I know I've experienced, now, I was taught to drive by a trucker, someone that had trucking experience, okay? And this is many years ago when I was first taught to drive. One of the people that was out there teaching me was a truck driver. And he always wanted me to flash truck drivers, let them know when they can pass and get back over into lanes and stuff. He's like, this is good common sense. It's good communicating to truckers. It helps them out a little bit. You know, especially if they're a little tired, been traveling for a minute. It really does help a lot. Well, I've always flashed truckers. If you can get over and it's safe, there you go. I use my high beams and or play with my lights, do that sort of thing. But truckers nowadays, they don't thank you when you do that. It's like they don't know what you're doing. Sometimes I think it even kind of freaks them out a little bit. So yeah, truckers, if you're out there and you see somebody flashing their lights at you or turning them off and on, it's just because they're trying to let you know, hey, it's okay if you get over. There's enough clearance for you to get over if you need to. That's all that means. And by you flicking your lights back so they see your tail lights, it says thank you. That's the courtesy there. You know, it's common courtesy. That's really what it is. Common courtesy. And truly, we don't have enough common courtesy in our world, in our lives today. I can't see, you know, missing out a little bit of that common courtesy. What state? Right now we are in Missouri. Joplin, Missouri is where we are headed for now. Ultimately, I am heading to Texas. I need to see my brother. I will be in Texas for a minute. It is my goal while I'm in Texas to change out the Constitutional Cruiser because we have, it's not a want, it is a necessity. Many, many reasons, but we have truly, honestly outgrown the Constitutional Cruiser. Thoroughly, we have. I have over half of my stuff currently right now stored at Lucky Laptop at his place. He's going to take care of my stuff until I get back over there in the next few months. Heading to Texas, that's right. Before, Bolton, Missouri. Texas. We are trading off the Constitutional Cruiser. We are getting a new vessel, a new vehicle. We have to. If you guys remember, the Constitutional Cruiser has been manipulated, has been bothered. I've been babying the Constitutional Cruiser for over a year now. It was over a year ago in May. It was kidnapped, and it's not been the same since it was kidnapped the first time by Denver Police Department. It was not, hasn't been the same. I've had vandals get up under my Constitutional Cruiser, pull on cords, pull on the electrical, pull on stuff. I think they were trying to originally get my Cadillac converter, how do you say it, that Cadillac converter or whatever. But it's hidden under here, from what my understanding. It's not so easily to get, as some are. Some are easy to get. Anyway, want to get something bigger, like a 20 to 26 foot Class A or Class C that would sleep 4 to 6 comfortably. Not that I need 4 to 6 individuals to sleep with over in my vessel with me, but if I have that need, it's available. But I do have a lot of stuff, and being able to fit 4 to 6 individuals should also be able to allow me all my gear and all my stuff. It should better allow me to be able to charge and to stay charged. Currently with the Constitutional Cruiser, since the generator is no longer in working order because somebody pulled on the pigtail of it, the electrical part of my generator, excuse me, it does not work, so I have a hard time keeping the power going. Also, I want to make a statement here, a bold statement. Wheat Ridge Camping World last December put in 3 batteries. Guess what, Wheat Ridge Camping World? None of my plug-ins in the back part of my Constitutional Cruiser work now since you put in the new batteries. So I think you bypassed some things, and I think I find that very rude on a personal level. And I won't say all Camping World, I'll just say Wheat Ridge, because that was the folks that actually did the work on the Constitutional Cruiser. Wheat Ridge Camping World, in my humble opinion, sucks because of that. That was my experience. Now, you all were paid for the work you did. My stuff's just not working like it did beforehand. Even with bad batteries, I was still able to charge. I just find it odd that none of my 110s work, none of my charging ports in the back work, none of it. Just mysteriously no longer works. I also got a...
There are police reported ahead.
Ooh, we got coppers reported ahead. the cherries and the berries. Do you see the cherries and the berries? Just saying. Auditor out of Miami, Oklahoma. Okay, that's a statement. Okay, I didn't know about a tweaker auditor out of Miami, Oklahoma under duress. No, employees are not fully trained like they used to be. And people don't take their jobs seriously like they used to. They don't have that commitment that they used to. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that is, but it is. Just like customer service, for the most part, has gone by the wayside. Long about 2007, 2008, all in that time frame, I seen a real dramatic customer service decline. But by the time COVID, and I'll say it for what it is, was about, it seems like, you know, people was sent home. It's like customer service is just not there. And people haven't demanded customer service to be like it was. So guess what? It's not. For the most part. Nope. Oh. For the most part. This trucker, and he didn't repay the thank you. Probably because he doesn't know. He doesn't understand. What are those little things, those little mutual respect things that we used to do that we don't do anymore for whatever reasons? Now, am I mad at him for not flicking his lights? No. I'm just making a statement, a factual statement. Because I'm trying to understand where did the camaraderie of that where the nuance of that flashing somebody back to thank them for flashing and to let them know that they can get over, that it's safe. They have more than ample room, more than enough room to get over. I just don't get it. How things have changed. It is kind of windy out here. I feel it. Got a bobtail. Got a bobtail. I'd like to shout out my trucking cousin, Kaylin. If you're out there trucking around the neighborhood, hey. I did try to get a hold of Kaylin while I was in the Missouri area, because she hails out of Missouri. And and she was over in Maryland, the last I knew. Hope you're having fun out there, Kaylin. Hey, hey, hey. Just saying. You're not saying what who's right or wrong, only reprinting what Gemini said. Okay. Okay. I'm not trying to put anybody down. It's just something I've noticed over the years, you know. And I believe that we should have as much mutual respect for our fellow travelers out there. And, well, fellow travelers should have respect for those that are engaging in commerce. And truly, truckers are engaging in commerce. You know, that's how we get our goods from point A to point B across our nation, across our land. And honestly, a trucker's job is very, very much needed. We need truckers, and we really do. How else would we get our goods from point A to point B in a timely fashion? We really wouldn't. Really would not. There's a Loves, hey, 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 and there's another Maverick. I see. You want to be try to be a little more discreet. Okay. Out today, very overcast, very much a blah day. It does feel like out here. But one thing's for sure, the weather, the temperatures have cooled down substantially. We did have weather advisories out toward Lucky Laptop's place in West Plains for the last several days. Which I have to say thank you, CBS News, and thank you, Lucky Laptop News, for letting me come out and come in and hang out with you inside your home for opening up your home for Lady Justice Liberty Press, LadyJ1A, as well as Liberty Bella. Thank you. And I mean that sincerely. Thank you. What would I be doing without fine folks like Lucky and CBS News? What would I do? I'd probably roasted is what would happen. Because my main AC in the back of the Constitutional Cruiser, I don't think is no longer working. You know, I've got a cord to plug into electricity, you know, a 30 amp cord. But why? If my plug-ins aren't working, I mean, I guess I could run my microwave. But I don't know if some other electrical piece of electricity or cords or whatever haven't been pulled and fooled with under the load. Because it's been a good year since I've even used my microwave. Maybe even longer than that, actually. Longer than that. And you know, it's really sad because I think I've got like 759 total work hours on my generator. I mean, my generator was barely getting broke in. Barely. Should have many, many, many more hours of work time. But no, somebody had to crawl under and fool with it, pull on it, to be mean and hateful. Because they didn't like what somebody else, not me, somebody else was saying. And because that individual was with me, they thought, oh, let's go ahead and just destroy that to get back at what hateful thing this individual saying. That's not a way to be. First of all, that individual has nothing to do with my things. Other than the fact that they were getting to ride along physically inside the Constitutional Cruiser with Lady J at the time. That was it. They have no ownership of this rig. So, I don't know why people take it upon themselves to be the way they are. I guess if I find out that mystery, I'll find out the mystery of life, you know? Rub me. She wants to be petted. So does anybody have any fabulous plans this evening? It's a Saturday night, or it'll be Saturday night tonight. Press. Fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. For the most part, I don't get stopped, knock on wood, or plastic. I don't get stopped, I don't get cited, I don't get tickets. That's been a very strong, I mean, proof is in the pudding. I mean, I've had folks even ride with me for a period of time, for different periods of times, and I really don't get stopped. And I always tell everybody it's because the universe loves me. I'm thoroughly convinced. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I mean, you can say it, but I know the universe loves me and has for the longest. And I don't say that to be braggy. I really don't. I say that because there's just something, and it's hard to put your finger on it, and it's hard to explain it. It's something that you can't film. I have tried to record these different events as they happen, but guess what? They're never, I'm never able to capture them on video. And, but Mr. Amazing got to see firsthand what Lady J means by this. Absolutely, he certainly did. More than once, too. More than once. You just don't know until you know, and it's hard to see it until you see it. But once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. You're trying to not pull your hair out from boredom. I'm so sorry, Keebs. Sorry that sorry that you're experiencing some boredom. We will have to get together when I get into Texas at some point, and maybe have lunch or do something. I don't know. We'll keep you from not being so bored, from being trapped. That's what you're doing tonight. Okay, well, that sounds like fun, Keebler. Trying to figure out what you're doing to not be bored. That can be a daunting experience, I think. Yeah. Apologize for that. Somebody tried calling me. Don't they know I'm live? And it was a spam call too, or a potential spam call, is what it said. They should really look all across social media before they go calling folks.
In 2 miles, take exit 15 for I-44 Business Loop, Missouri 66 toward Duneweg, 7th Street.
Alrighty. 2 miles. Hey. Buckle up, phone down, don't speed. Yes, sir. Helpful reminder, I guess. I don't know. Or is it unlawful directives? I don't know. Because we're free people out here.
I-44 Business Loop, Missouri 66 toward Duneweg 7th Street.
That's what you're doing tonight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what all I'm
Take
going to
exit
be doing
15,
tonight.
then merge onto I-44 Business Loop West.
I've got to finish a video that I started yesterday. I've actually got it up. I just need to get it up. Or actually
Continue on I-44 Business Loop West for
turn
8
it on
miles.
for the public. Shout out Mr. Amazing. It was his birthday yesterday, so if you guys want to go over and wish him happy birthday or belated birthday. I don't think he had the very best birthday. He was pretty much by himself yesterday. Scotland, Missouri, I guess. Slowing it down. They do have a lot of Dollar Generals out in this area. And I've noticed Dollar General's starting to get more produce, you know? Get gas when we get to Joplin. I will need to get gas. Oh, $3.49. Now that's cheaper on gas than it has been good stop. $3.49.9. When I put gas in over there in West Plains, I paid $3.69 a gallon for gas. $3.69. And I've seen it as high since I started this journey. $3.89 has been the most expensive I've noticed it for regular, regular unleaded fuel. 30 cents cheaper than anywhere in Florida. Oh, wow. Okay. See, eventually I will be heading down to Florida at some point. Probably not until winter, to be completely honest. I have made some promises. I do need to get back to Idaho and see the folks, my folks in Idaho. It's been 3 years since I've been back to Idaho. At least 3 years. And I have a sister out there. I've got family out there that want to see me, you know. Well, I'm trying to get there as quick as I can and meet everybody along the way that I can, you know. I really am trying to fit everybody in, you know. I am. Some really beautiful country out here in the Northwest, or in the Midwest. The Midwest is really beautiful. Just a lot of weather. Yep, a lot of weird weather that I'm not familiar with. I didn't grow up around. But I guess you become accustomed to it. Oh, I just got a text message from Lucky Laptop. How far did I make it so far? Joplin is on our way right now. We're right there. Letting Lucky know I'm live now. Hey, hey, hey. What model of Motorola phone am I using? Oh, that's a good question. My main phone, I actually have two phones. My main phone is a Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. That is what I do most of my recording on now. I did have a camcorder. I want to get another camcorder. I'm not sure what model of Motorola I'm using. It's the cheapest version that Best Buy sold over here in Springfield last month when I was over here, and had my Google Pixel Pro fixed, or replaced. Replaced is more appropriate. Yes, I do have Best Buy's insurance plan. Would highly advise anybody that buys electronics to put that insurance on your stuff. For $180 a year, I mean, it's fabulous. It's saved my hiney a couple of times for my laptop, now my phone. Holy cow. Hello, hello, YouTube Bushman. Fabulous having you aboard with Lady Justice Liberty Press. We are headed to Joplin, Missouri right now. And eventually we will end up in Texas. That's our ultimate goal. Getting over. I'd like to shout out Miss American Amy. Shouting out American Amy. Hey, hey, hey. She's down there in Florida. Very good activist. When I get down to Florida again, we are going to have to get out and about. Maybe do a few shows too. Oh, we got a little whiny going. Bella's like, what are we doing in this traffic? Miss Liberty Bella. Hey, hey, hey. Pixie dust. Try not to kill Amy children. I think you mean any children. Well, I've never killed anyone, so I don't really have to try very hard. Pixie dust. Okay, that's exactly what I've got. Miami Beach accountability. I've got a 24 Moto G. That now that I see that, $160. Yeah, mine cost me like $140. I want to say with tax and everything. Been having a as fast as any phone you ever had. Well, I've had a lot of different phones in my life, and I find it to be a pretty slow phone personally. I used to really be into Samsung. I love the Samsung Note, by the way. But I'm really digging my Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. It has fabulous audio, stupendous zoom. Holy cow. I'm just totally impressed. And I've got videos that back up what I'm saying. Absolutely. I was able to pull out audio. Now, I did do some editing skills.
South Main Street.
But I was able to pull out audio in a video that was just totally I don't know, I was impressed because how the distance I was from it all, you know, and I don't know, I was able to get a good view, a good picture. All that's important when you're vlogging or taking video, public photography. All that's very important, for sure. Oh yes, Mountain High Community Watch, or Community Channel. You're right. Out there in Denver area, there was a gentleman that had climbed that monument.
Turn right onto South Main Street. Then you will arrive at your destination.
I've made it to Joplin.
In 500 feet, turn right onto South Wall Avenue. In 300 feet, turn right onto South Wall Avenue.
Okay, we are officially in Joplin. Ooh, I like that church over here. Do you see that? Looks like a castle. Looks like sandstone that they used to build it too. Ooh, $3.65 for gas there. Well, Washington State. This RV is from Washington State. That's a ways away. Love it. Absolutely love it. We are going to get stopped off here in a bit here. We've got a Jasper sheriff car parked out here. I think that's where they live at. I'm thinking. I don't know. But we are going to see what's going on here. Into Branson, yes. Well, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to find a gas station. I'm going to get some gas. Do watch for Lady Justice Liberty Press going live, uploading a video or short for your viewing pleasures. And know that I am out there traveling. Liberty Bella and I are alone for now. And we are making our way to Texas. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys that dropped in, that popped in, that climbed aboard. Thank you for doing so. The Mistress House, yes. Ha! Now that's probably more accurate. Yes, I would agree, Keebler. Thank you. You be safe out there too, and try not to be bored. I'll chat with each and every one of y'all later. Until then, I'll catch y'all on the other side. Hey, hey, hey.